You know what? This is what I get for being cheap. Try to not put the axles and spool in it. And here we are, unloading old Charlie Murphy to put back in the shop, pull the axles and gear back out of it after like 4 passes. And then we'll be good. So, if you guys saw a couple days ago video, we had an unfortunate event at the track where the limited slip diff just gave out. So I got 3 things I need to do to this thing. I need to put travel limiters on it, I need to add another fuel pump, and I need to put a spool and axles in it. So I just got the lug nuts for the 1/2-inch studs, which is like something I always forget. I always put everything on them like shit. I can't get the car off the lift because I can't put the wheels on the car because my stud size goes from like M12 or M14 to 1/2-inch. For the big race stuff, it goes to 5/8, but this is a street car and doesn't warrant a 5/8 stud. That's just absurd. These wheels wouldn't work with it. So strange axles, C-clip eliminators, and spool. Already got the 410 gear, so I just need to swap the gear, and hopefully everything lines up good and we can just slap it all back together. We need to add a fuel pump and then travel limiters, and the car should be good to go. Oh, and on alignment, but I'm gonna have Jason Brazzel come up and he's gonna mess with it and see if we can get it right. Other than that, I'd say a pretty good outing. We went 16s on like 12 pounds of boost, which I think is, I would consider pretty quick for how little boost it is. It is a 5.3, so the 5.3 stuff generally requires a lot more boost. And boost is just solely a measurement of restriction, so the 5.3 is not going to breathe as good as a 427. So 12 pounds on a 5.3 might be 6 pounds or 5 pounds on a 427. So don't let the numbers hang you up. We weren't even pushing it, and I was pretty happy with the number. So when we put 28 pounds of boost on this thing, it should fly. It should go, you know, mid to bottom 5s, which is right where we want to be. But we're gonna get this thing out. I don't think I'm going to drag you along with the fun part of taking the straps off. I never film this because it's really like, it's not fun. As you can see here, I'm trying to do it one-handed too. This is also why I don't film it. It's not really that fun, but it's part of racing. Everyone's got to do it if you go to the track, or else your stuff won't go to the track in one piece. So I guess we're this far into it. We'll just unhook the back together. I don't know if you guys can see anything. Neither can I. This is a live look at what it's like. Got to pull the axle strap off the axle. Make sure you don't pinch a brake line. I'm caught up on a brake line. Just wiggle it around. Oh, it's stuck. Code red. We are stuck. There it is. We're free. Set this stuff over here. Oh, there's a key to a F450. Don't want to run that over. It's probably expensive to replace. We'll walk around to the front. There's Johnny. There's another 450. There's another 450. Am I out of breath unstrapping a car? A little bit. I'm in peak performance right now. Look at this one right here. So you could sit down and just pop this guy right off. We'll leave that wheel chock on there so I don't roll forward. Get this one right here. Oh, I can't reach it. Story of my life. Walk back over here. Grab this. There it is. You guys are getting the full tour today. This is what it's like. We're 3 minutes in. Sorry, we're 4 minutes in, and this thing's about out. Just gotta take the wheel chock off back here, and we're golden. Look at that. I talked for a minute too. 5 minutes, get this thing out the trailer. We'll hop in, back it out. Johnny, you wanna back me out quick? Make sure I don't run everything over. Gotta sneak in here. Someone watching this doesn't realize yet, but I'm stepping on your seat in your car that you will win. I'll lock the door. All right, we're good. Start it, flip the Holley on, cheers some park, foot on the brake. Holley's good, crank it over. You ready? That's a cold start for you right there, E85. hit anything. I'm just trusting Johnny here. I'm staring right at Johnny and doing exactly what he tells me to. Tells me to go this way some. Pull this guy right in here. Power steering with one hand. We're going right onto the lift. Flawless. We are in here ready to begin work. Hey!
Phil, shut up, we're trying to film.
Can you put a muffler? Can you put a muffler on that hammer?
Yeah, hold on. Is that better?
Yeah.
Flowmaster 40.
I mean, that was so loud my camera is blurry. Alright, much better. Alright, so we're over here with Merman / Charlie Murphy. We call it Merman, that's what Alora named it, and it's gonna stay as that secondary name. We have to pull the axles out and pull the carrier out, remove the brakes, caliper bracket, brake rotor, and then we need to pull the diff cover off. Fresh diff oil in there.
I know, you might as well just reuse it, honestly.
I got a new one. You wanna know why I got some new diff oil? So it can film the video of us putting the diff fluid in there. It's cheap. It was like $40.
You know, if it was Phil, he would have reused it.
All right, so I'll set up a time lapse. We're gonna start pulling everything apart, drop the diff fluid into there. Then we need to knock the pin out, pull the gears out, and then we're gonna try to see if the spool here. This is just a straight up strange spool. This is a parts, I didn't even show this. We got a nice strange spool, 35 spline axles, C-clip eliminators, all set up, 1/2-inch studs. So whoever wins this is honestly, they're getting a very nice car.
Why is it strange? It looks pretty normal to me.
Yeah, I know, this thing's badass. There's the part number right there. It's a D1567, and it was built on 420. So, yeah, we're gonna pull this thing apart. We're gonna see if we can keep the shims and everything the same, and hopes that we can just slide the carrier out and put this in and everything lines up and the backlash and everything's all good, because Ben sets up a nice rear end. Ben, yeah. You know your way around a rear end, dude. This is not your first rear end you've messed with, is it? No. This thing has like no gear wind.
Question for you.
Yeah.
If you get that and all that stuck in the rear end, you could test it out and burn out tonight?
Probably, yeah. Oh. All right.
He's coming out.
Just keep
Bo,
doing the thing.
you can't even make this
Okay,
shit
look
up.
at Ben. I've never seen Ben so.
You
It's
can't.
like he's at the zoo.
You can't even make this up.
You watch your fingers are probably covering.
No, they're not.
he's
I can
not.
see the camera. I can see what I'm recording,
the
John.
mic.
Just go on the other side so people can see.
Ben, explain to them what tool you use for this.
Something solid, like basically a tube that's this diameter, and it's just solid all the way through.
All right, so what we've done, I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
Ben,
no,
but
no.
I'm gonna cut you off. Don't go nowhere, because you're gonna watch this, because this is the best thing ever. We have everything out. We need to cut the end of the axles where the factory bearings are, but you need to get the factory bearings out. And Ben's like, you need a slide hammer. Now I got this. Is that like 1 inch? 1 inch stainless tube, and it's just like I had to stand on the other side of the Colorado to shove it in.
Literally a slide hammer.
What? Ben's like, there's no way it'll work, and honestly, I didn't think it'd
What
work.
is this tube for?
I just thought the walls of it would crush. Go let it now. Done.
Ow. Can you believe it worked, Ben?
No. You should like these have had to have been replaced. You don't know how many hours I've spent with a tube in this thing, with a sledge, like a 10-pound sledge, hitting as hard as I can, and that thing doesn't budge an inch. And he goes over here, he's like tink tink tink, tink tink tink, tink tink tink, and it like falls out. Unbelievable.
Hold on, I gotta do the other side.
Can't make this shit
Hold on, I
up.
gotta put my sheath back on so I don't scratch my Colorado.
You know how much sweat I poured out of my body, slamming a sledgehammer as hard as I possibly
John's
can.
putting his tube condom
Ben
back
stops
on.
because he don't believe John.
Yeah, Ben literally stopped me too. He's like, I gotta see this shit. Hold on, Phil. You grab the tip, and I gotta grab the bag.
Wait, what?
And then we'll go
Excuse
to the
me?
other side.
Excuse me?
I'm like so proud of myself that this bullshit idea worked.
It's literally leaking.
Your tip's leaking.
Yeah, tip's leaking.
Ben, this is gonna weld like shit 'cause it's got axle grease all over it.
That's the one you did, Jason.
Oh man, now there's apple grease all over the damn the cow.
Wait. Hold on. Ready? I think there's so much weight in this that it just carries, it has so much inertia. Oh God! My truck!
Ooh.
Not the Colorado! No!
It come out so fast, I didn't get it.
You remember when Logan put the dent in the fender?
I know what's about to happen.
I guess he can't be mad now because it's his own truck. But
Oof. Ow. Ow, you put a dent in it. You put a dent in it.
All over.
it looks like deer shit.
Everybody's laughing now because it wasn't on that side.
Right?
Guys, no, I know. We got good
Imagine if it
there.
hit the cow.
Chris was gonna catch it.
Your mom would have been so pissed.
My mom would have. My mom loves that car more than me. No, she doesn't actually, Patty. I know you love me.
No, she really does love that car more than John.
If next time you guys need to get your axle bearings out, just go and get a 10. That's probably a 10-foot stick, right?
I think they come as 20. I think this one's been cut.
Yeah. So get a 10-foot stick of stainless. Like
304. It's got to be 304.
1 inch OD and.
Big fat
Dude,
wall.
I think it's got so much weight behind it.
It's got so much wall thickness.
Yeah.
It's like 85,000 wall.
I need to clean this up, don't I? 'Cause this is gonna ruin next time someone tries to weld it.
No, you're just going to have to clean it.
It's 304 stainless. Dimensions.
It says, oh no, China.
That's not your mom's walls because these are thick.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I'm gonna clean this off so the next time I ever have to knock an axle bearing out.
That half the thing may be contaminated now.
Yeah, it's gonna weld like shit.
Jason's gonna be so pissed at you.
Like, man, I just don't know why this welds.
Tell them to make it.
Can you believe it worked?
It all makes sense now.
Oh, it's bent now.
I can't believe it worked.
I can't either.
Watch it run. Get ready to run.
I cannot believe it.
Ben's pissed. Ruined his day.
I'm not pissed. I just
No, Ben's pissed with all the time he
It's
spent.
like when I told you it was coming out, Ben was like, I don't believe me. Ben,
Stop what
Yeah,
you're
Ben
doing.
literally stopped what he's doing and he paced over here.
It's okay. One of these days,
I'll learn.
everybody gets to put in their 12 bolt or 8/8 time.
Wipe your pole off.
That we did in the Trans Am weren't bad because I had just put axle bearings in it.
No, I mean also,
I'm with you. I didn't think it was
when
gonna
Chris
work.
goes to put axles in his 8/8, he's gonna come over here and be like, "Hey, he's
Can I borrow your-
in his truck. Hey, can I borrow that?"
Can I borrow your pole? Can I borrow your pole?
We're using so much bullshit. You know what? When we 60-foot you with this bullshit 8/8 that we put together with this big piece of steel and a broom handle
And a damn box of rags.
and a box of rags, you're gonna feel hurt.
John looks like he's at a strip club right now. Holding the pole.
I got it.
I mean, this shit is nice though. I mean, look at that.
It is
That
until you
thing-
go to weld on it.
That thing put in work, dude. For real. Put the camera up here. All of a sudden, Ben, here, look away. All you see is Ben's eye. I am weak. All right, I'd say we're moving good now. Now we need to cut this off. So Strange has instructions. So, all right, what we're doing here is we're putting the 35 spline axles in there, and they're much beefier than this. So the factory bearing and axle bearing and everything and axle seal don't work. And I option mine out to come complete. So all I have to do is really bolt them on. So they have everything all pressed on. They got a new backing plate and everything. So all you have to do here is cut this. You have to leave this, what is that, the backing plate? What do you call it? The standoff for the backing plate?
Oh, the register?
The register.
That's
With,
like, what centers it, or what aligns it?
so if you were to cut it flush with the backing plate, or with this bolt flange here, you'd mess everything up because it's not going to be aligned. So you need to leave this little groove, this lip right here. See how there's a, yeah, you guys can see. I forgot I'm not on a shitty camera anymore. You need to leave that there, so you need to cut this off and then bolt everything up. But it needs to be nice and flat and flush. And they give you gaskets, but knowing us, we don't like the gaskets. We use some gray RTV. So we got our spool, we got some new bearings and some races, so we're going to get that pressed on. We're going to get the axle, We're going to get the gear put on this and put the axles in, and then, dude, getting axles out is going to be way easier now if we ever have to, which we, yeah, they unbolt. Way better than having a C-clip. Hell yeah. And I thought ahead, and I already bought the lug nuts. How about that? Thinking ahead. Put your glasses on and tell me.
One time I was working on my neighbor's truck with him in his driveway, and he had it on jack stands because I don't know why he's painting it. He had his axles like this, and he like put his hand on it, and it like knocked it off the jack stands. And one of those axles sitting on the ground like that, punctured a hole through his bed in his truck.
And Ben's like, dinner's ready, I'm going home.
He was painting.
Oh, did you hear that? Oh, my mom's calling me.
Punches a hole straight through it.
What do you even say? He's like, all right, well.
Like, I'm going home.
My work here is done.
Yeah, he looked like he was lean on it. He was like, yep. And pushed it off the jack stands. Hurt.
No one lean on the Colorado.
Wait, what are we doing right now?
We're going to cut the,
Tubes off?
no, the unnecessary part of the tubes. Do you need light? God, Ben just goes right in.
$58.
Not bad.
How hot has that been?
You're telling me it's going to just pop right on? Wow. Guys, science. Literally science. So instead of using the bolts to pull the gear on, you put the spool in the freezer and you heat up the ring gear, not with a torch, with 2 heat guns. And it goes on like butter. We are getting down to it. We're using this Permatex green. It is actually gray when it comes out, but it is green on the tube, and that is specifically for your diff fluid. It's a diff fluid gasket maker, and I'd say it works exceptionally well. We had 0 leaks on the last one. Right now, we're just putting the flange in. Strange provides you with everything, so we're just going to slap this on there, all your hardware. It's got your seal and your backing plate. So, I mean, this is... I didn't realize until Ben started telling me that they make like 31 spline options, which is like a direct bolt in. Everything we've always done is 35 spline or 40 spline. Yep. So I figured win in Rome. Someone's going to win a badass car.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty sweet. I mean, it's going to have all the stuff.
It's going to be a mid 5-second car that they are literally ready to take to the track and go have fun. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. You get your laptop, get the Holley Terminator software, and go racing. Got the gear all set up and the gear on there. Cool little trick, like I was saying before. Ben told me heat up the ring gear, freeze the spool, and it slides right on. And we torqued everything down, and we got everything all cut up, cleaned up, and we're ready to stick the axle in there. So Ben's going to grab the first one. 35 spline, beefy old girl going in there. That thing's a unit. Actual unit. unit. Look at that, dude. Look at that. That thing looks so nice, doesn't it?
Pretty daggone tough looking.
That is. That's some serious machinery. I mean, the 1/2-inch studs. It's a unit right now. This thing has come such a long way, hasn't it? It really has.
Now C-clips cannot come out.
Nope. And you got some badass hardware. You got some badass brackets. The car's sitting right. God.
Better bearings.
Better bearings, yeah. I mean, it's got this badass Strange logo on it. All right, so we're getting there. You want me to start wrapping up? Put the diff cover on.
Yeah.
RTV it up, and we're gonna slap the other axle in there. We are now fully spooling. We're spooling, Ben. So it's not gonna get pushed around easily anymore. Nope, those days have come and they have gone. Slap the brakes back on it once we get this other axle in there and set it on the ground, and that's a wrap. And hell, I mean, we probably got like 4 or 5 hours into it.
It's not that bad. It's totally worth it.
And we've been just kind of casually taking our time. So thankfully, Ben has done this a time or two, and he's been able to walk me through it and help.
Made it easy though.
Yeah, I mean, literally one cut, smooth it off, and you're good to go. So we got the full Strange package. We got our Strange shocks, our Strange spool, gear, and axles with C-clip eliminators. All right, we are plugging away here. Got the diff cover on, got the axles in, got the caliper brackets on there. Works with the factory brakes. I mean, everything's just looking good. You can't even see the nice hardware now. It's honestly a damn shame. It really is. Sticking the brake pads in there. I'm going to run out to my truck and grab the lug nuts. Guys, when you go from a factory stud to these 1/2-inch studs, you have to buy extra lug nuts. Don't be like me. It took me a couple times of doing this to realize you got to get the lug nuts before you do this, or else the car just sits on the lift for a couple days till lug nuts come in. I just got some basic ones from Advanced Auto. They're just like a standard issue, real tiny conical seat one, but it does the trick. After we put the tires on this, don't plan on taking the tires off too much. Might switch over to slicks if we're going to run in the street or do some no prep stuff with the car. But we're just going to keep getting it dialed in on radials, and I think that is the plan. So the switch over to 35 spline is just wrapping up right now. We'll show it to you. I mean, obviously it's going to look the same back on the ground, but we got the spool in there, so no more one tire fires. That is what really led to all this. I was up in the air whether I was going to put the axle and spools in it, but now that I've done it, it really kind of completes the car. What you think, Ben?
I think it does.
The car, that was like its last thing it was missing. So we're going to add another fuel pump and travel limiters, and then, I mean, we're just going to have fun with it. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to race it until I decide to start the giveaway with it. We're going to do a 30 to 40 day giveaway. Someone watching this video probably right now is going to win this car and have it in their fleet, or be their main pony, be their racehorse, and they're going to go out and enjoy it and have some fun. So we're going to turn it up. We're going to get it tuned up and have it running good, and it's going to be a nice little hot rod. What do you think? Should we take it to the hub dyno?
Yeah.
We're going to take it to the hub dyno. I'll see if I can bug Kevin Mullins to tune it, and we'll have some fun with it. So that's the plan with it. We're going to keep on plugging away here, and we'll show it to you when we're about wrapped up. We're back. Just about wrapped up. Got some paint on the lower control arm brackets. Got our Strange shocks on there, and our roll bar, upper lower control arms. I mean, we got this is. I'm actually like pretty happy with this. I'd say, Ben, would you not say it's tastefully modified?
I think so. I think it's got a lot of stuff.
It's got a lot of stuff in. And now we got a lot of good stuff in the right places, and hopefully the car works. With this now, we should really be able to hit it over the head. I think we can go pretty fast without turning a bunch of boost, just by getting it in real fast and making some steam. And I think that's what we're going to try to do at the track. We're just going to try to leave on it hard and see what we could do, and just go out there and have fun. That's the whole purpose of this. But as you can see here, we got our 1/2-inch studs. We got our new lug nuts on there. We got the Strange center cap, so you guys know you're getting some badass stuff. 35 spline axles. We got the Strange spool, racecraft lower control arm brackets, Strange adjustable shocks, upper lower control arms. I mean, as far as Mustang upgrades go, you're pretty tapped out on this. It's got everything you need. It's just really what all you want to do with it. If you want to go more, put a little more cage in there. You want to enjoy it just the way it is. You want to sell it to your buddy. I mean, it's literally endless possibilities. So I think we're gonna get some travel limiters on it for Thursday. Not sure if I'll have another fuel. I gotta look and see. Ben, I think we're out of most pluses. I think we might be out. We've tapped out our supply.
Maybe Amazon Prime has them here next day.
They probably could. Yes, probably could. But we have a solution as how we're gonna route everything, and yeah. So we're just big shout out to Ben. Right now it is, what is it? 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. on Wednesday. It's 1:03. So shout out to Ben. We're just here burning the midnight oil and getting stuff knocked out, and that's what we do. Ben's been making a ton of progress on the Bad Apple, and we'll have an update video for you guys tomorrow on this, so be sure to check that out. And then we got some Thursday night drag racing stuff going on. So yeah, I mean, other than that, thank you guys so much for checking out today's video. Shout out to Strange Engineering. We use all their stuff, and they make a bunch of really badass shit. So shout out to Strange. Shout out to all the companies that help us do what we do. Shout out to Ben. Everyone go and give Ben a follow on Instagram. He's got 2 pages. He's got a personal page and a work page. And then be sure to go over and check out LS Nasty on YouTube and on Instagram as well. So got a lot of stuff going on. We're getting this giveaway car all turned up. I mean, she's going to be... Ben, is it going to have your seal of approval?
Yeah.
And what is that? What do you have to do to have your seal of approval? Just
got to be able to go down, or just really you can get it up in the air on the lift, or however you want it. But this one's got it. I mean, it's got all the stuff you need to go as fast as those people really just need to go. I mean, you can go well into the 5s and upgrade the motor.
you could drive. Well, the thing is, you can go well into the 5s and drive it anywhere.
Yeah, this thing doesn't get hot. It's got a big transmission cooler.
It's just it's just a good old unit. We got ourselves a good unit here up on the lift, and we're excited to get to the track. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.
If you understand, you know.